Hello, Cinecon. This is Connor here from Digital Search Group. I hope you're doing well. We connected on LinkedIn. We had a little bit of a chat, and I said that I would put you together a video audit of your website. Yeah, I'll just jump straight into it. And so I was having a bit of a look on your website, Cinecon, and again, the obviously you guys are doing on-demand mobile personal bodyguard services. So having a look at a bit of the website, it's quite simple, but I guess effective in terms of it tells you exactly what you guys are doing, and isn't that complex. The only problem I found with it was that the website actually loaded a bit quite slowly, and you see the likes of down here. It, there's not an awful lot going on. I don't really know what's um, what's meant to happen down here. But when I came onto the website, it was loading quite slowly. So the problem with that is that people are very impatient, and when they're coming onto your website, and they don't know what they're looking for, and the website's taking a long time, and it's the first time they've been to your website, then the likelihood of them actually just clicking back out and getting impatient and leaving your website is very, very high. So we want to make sure that your website is as fast as possible. Amazon did a study and found that for every zero point 0.1 of a second in page load speed, they were losing $400,000 a day because of slow page speed, load speed. Apologies. So yeah, basically, there's with the website again, there isn't too much information on here. It could be designed a little bit better, but it is does what it says on the tin, and it gets the job done. So one problem I also had was when it comes to your website, when I actually type, I wanted to look at your sitemap. So what do I do in order to do this? I type in site, going on, and then your website, and no sitemap showing up here. So that's a big problem. That means that Google isn't actually scanning and able to review your website. So what it should look like when I type in site and then the domain of your website, it should come up all of your pages in terms of your home page, like, and all of the pages alike, so that it's showing us that Google is actually able to review and see your website. So again, that's a big problem that needs to be addressed in order for Google to actually rank your website. Because if it's not ranking your website and reviewing your website, it means it's never going to put your website in front of people. And that's definitely what I was seeing when I put. I'm using one of our tools here called SEMrush, and what that does is allows us to review um, the data that's being picked up by Google in terms of how many people are viewing your website, etc. But it's actually showing that there was no data found. So just to give you an idea, um, I looked up another security agency. So these guys actually don't do apps, but they're a security agency. So when I drop, which I'm sure you're familiar with, Citadel Security Agency, when I drop these guys into SEMrush, it comes up here with a lot of this information. So it's telling us their authority score, which is 24 out of 100. And they're getting about 1,600 people a month coming to their website organically. And they've got about 1,000 keywords on the website. They got 1.4 thousand backlinks. So this is the sort of information we'd want to be seeing for yours as well. So what I can see for these guys is that at one point they were getting almost 4,000 people a month coming to their website, and that's dropped right down. I'm sure COVID and that sort of thing has had that effect. But here you can see a lot of different keywords that they have in different countries. So just to give you an idea, what is a keyword? A keyword is what people are actually typing into Google when they're searching for your products or services. So for instance, there are security companies in New York City. There's 590 people searching typing security companies in New York City each month. Same thing, security companies. Let me see, security companies in New York. So here you can see related keywords like private security companies. There's almost 3,000 people searching for that every month. Security guard companies near me, 1.6 thousand people. This is just again in the US. Security guard hiring, 0.6 thousand people searching for this each month. So the whole idea is for us to be really bulking up the amount of these keywords that are in your website your in order for you to for people to actually find you on Google. So for instance, if we go back to your website, so this is exactly what your company does. On demand, mobile, personal bodyguard. So if I go and type that into Google, it says 109 results. So it's showing you, JS Group Asia. I'm going to check these guys out. So it shows up here, Spot and Rides, Arbonne.com, Bodyguards on Demand. So these are all the companies that are showing up when we type that in. So as you can see, your website doesn't show up on the first page of Google for that. And that's because these keywords, aren't being listed on Google for your website. So this is exactly what your business is doing. And if I'm typing that into Google and your business is not showing up anywhere, how is your business ever meant to show up in front of anybody? And it's all well and good having a website, but even if you have the most beautiful billboard in the world and it's in the middle of the desert, it's never no one's ever going to see it. No one's ever going to appreciate it, and no one's certainly ever going to buy from it because they just simply can't find you. Um, so going back to these guys, just to give you a little bit of a further look into their keywords. So they have like security guard services, security guard companies, security guard consulting, securities consulting. So you can see here the volumes, 3,600 people searching security guard services each month. Security guard companies, 2,900. Security guard consultant, 2,400. And these guys are actually, on page 3 of Google for this, on page 3, on page 6 of Google, on page 6. So really, even though they have these keywords in their website, they're not in a good enough position. They're not on page 1 or page 2 of Google in order to start driving some traffic from these keywords. So really, this is what we would be like aiming to do with your website. One is to get your website back up to the point where it's actually getting scanned and crawled and read by Google. And two, we want to start building out your website to start having these kind of keywords in the website and getting you ranking for these keywords so that you can start generating traffic for the likes of these keywords. And again, keywords that are really specific to your business, like bodyguard app, bodyguard on demand, like all these sorts of things, and keywords that are really going to help your website actually get some traffic. So again, the looking through the website, you actually do have some like text within the website, which is good. A lot of websites generally just have pictures, but all of this text is an opportunity for us to start embedding keywords in the page so that people can actually find your website and you can start generating traffic through the website. There's not a whole lot more I'm going to go into now in the video, but there was quite a few concerning things about obviously the website just not ranking on Google. It's not, and in that sense, it's never going to actually be able to generate you some traffic. So I did also have a quick look at your Instagram, but again, there's very little going on in your Instagram. So what I'm interested to know is if, from what I can see, the website is not generating any business. Instagram doesn't seem like it's going to be generating any business. You've got two posts and not really giving any sort of, any sort of ideas instead of what you're doing and trying to sell your products. So there's a lot of room for improvement on the Instagram to grow your presence and to start generating from Instagram. Um, and same with the website. So I hope this was of interest. I'm keen to have a bit of a further chat with you guys to see how you guys are currently generating revenue from the business, and yeah, and further discuss a lot of the opportunities that you currently have online and how you could be growing your business. Thanks for listening.